Life has a way of testing us. Sometimes it feels like everything you've worked for, everything you've dreamed of, is slipping through your fingers. Challenges come at you from every direction, and it can feel like the world is against you. The weight of those moments can be overwhelming, and it's easy to feel like you're broken or defeated. But what if I told you that even in the toughest moments, there's a power inside of you that can help you rise again? In this audiobook, we're going to explore exactly what happens when life breaks you, and more importantly, how you can bounce back stronger than ever before. You don't have to let the setbacks define you. Instead, you can use them as stepping stones to create a life that's even better than what you had imagined. We'll dive into the choices you can make in those hard moments, how to find strength when it feels like it's gone, and how to transform your pain into power. If you've ever felt lost, stuck, or like you've hit rock bottom, this video is for you. Stick with me, because we're going to uncover the mindset, the actions, and the motivation that can help you break through whatever life throws your way. It's time to rise up and rebuild yourself, no matter what's broken. Chapter 1. Embrace life's tough moments. Life is not about avoiding hardship, it's about learning how to rise from it. There is no person alive who hasn't experienced those moments where it feels like everything is falling apart. But I'm here to tell you something important. It's not in the breaking that defines us, it's in the rebuilding. When life breaks you, it doesn't mean the end of your journey, it's the start of something stronger, more resilient, and far more capable. We've all faced it. The times when it seems like the world is crumbling around you. The disappointment, the pain, the fear, it's overwhelming. It makes you question everything. Why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? What's the point of moving forward if it always feels like a struggle? But the truth is, life is supposed to challenge us. Without these tough moments, we would never know the depths of our own strength. Think about it. If you've never been tested, how can you know what you're truly capable of? Life's tough moments are not there to destroy you. They are the moments that shape you, the moments that reveal your character. It's in these moments that you're given the choice to either stay down or rise up. And I'm telling you now, rise. You might think that life's toughest moments are something to be afraid of, but in reality, they are an opportunity. They're an invitation to become someone better, someone stronger. It's like going to the gym and lifting weights. Those weights break you down, but as you rest and recover, you come back stronger, more capable, and ready for the next challenge. Life is no different. The tough moments are your weights, and they will break you down, but only so you can come back stronger. Now I know how hard it is. I've been there. The pain of losing something precious, the frustration of watching dreams slip away, the feeling of being completely out of control. These are the things that make you want to give up. It's easy to throw in the towel, to say enough is enough, but that's not the way to win. The only way to win is to face the storm head-on, knowing that on the other side, you'll be better for it. When life breaks you, you might feel like you've lost everything. You might feel like the world is against you, like you're stuck in a place of hopelessness. But I promise you, that place is not the end. It's the beginning of something incredible. You see, you're not being destroyed. You're being reshaped, reformed, and remade. And here's the thing, you won't find strength in the easy moments. You won't find resilience in comfort. Comfort is where you stay stagnant and where you stay small. But when life breaks you, it's giving you the chance to rise to the occasion, to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. When you come through the other side of hardship, you will be someone who knows what it means to fight, to endure, and to thrive. Life is testing you right now. I get it. It feels like nothing is going your way. The universe is throwing everything at you, and it seems like the harder you try, the harder it gets. But I want you to stop and listen to me. There is purpose in your struggle. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Every challenge you face is teaching you something, whether it's patience, resilience, or courage. These lessons are invaluable, and they are shaping you into the person you need to be for the life you've been dreaming about. It's so easy to get caught up in the pain, to focus only on what's wrong, what's missing, what's broken. But what I want you to do today is to shift your focus. Don't just look at the problem. Look at the opportunity that lies within it. Look at the chance to become better, stronger, more capable. Yes, it's hard, but it's in that hardness that you will find your greatness. Let me tell you something about struggle. It's temporary. Every tough moment you're going through right now is going to pass. It may feel like it's never ending, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but you're stronger than you think. You've been through tough times before, and guess what? You're still standing, and you'll stand through this too. It's in these moments that you get to prove to yourself who you really are. Remember, the toughest battles are given to the strongest warriors. You've been chosen for this moment because you have everything inside of you to get through it. It may take time, it may take effort, but with every step you're getting closer to the version of yourself that is unbreakable. As hard as it might be to accept right now, life's broken moments are your building blocks. They are the very thing that will take you from where you are to where you want to be. So stop seeing your struggles as setbacks. They're not setbacks, they're comebacks. They're the defining moments of your life, the moments that will determine your future. When life breaks you, you have a choice. You can either stay down, letting the circumstances define you, or you can rise above it, choosing to let these moments shape you into the person you're meant to be. I'm telling you today, make the choice to rise. And you don't have to do it alone. Look around you. There are people who have gone through similar struggles. They've been where you are. They've felt the pain, the frustration, the fear, but they didn't let it stop them. They used it as fuel to push forward. They're living proof that you can come back stronger than ever before. So here's what I want you to do. The next time life breaks you, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Embrace it. Know that this is the moment where your growth happens. This is the moment where your future is being shaped. Don't let it pass you by. Stand tall, face the challenge and rise from it. Because once you do, nothing in this world will ever be able to break you again. Remember, life isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about learning how to rise from it. The hard moments don't break you, they make you. And when you come through the other side, you'll be stronger, wiser, and ready to take on whatever comes next. So when life breaks you, don't just survive, thrive. Let life's toughest moments be the catalyst for your greatest transformation. Chapter 2. How to stop blaming and start taking control. You're here because you've had enough. Enough of the blame, enough of the excuses, and enough of waiting for someone else to fix things for you. It's time to step into your own power. It's time to stop pointing fingers and start taking control of your own life, your own future, and your own happiness. You've been waiting for a miracle, but the truth is, the power to change your life has always been in your hands. Life doesn't wait for us to be ready. It doesn't wait for us to feel perfect, to have everything figured out, or to have all the answers. Life throws things at us every day. Some of it we can handle, some of it knocks us to the ground. But the important thing is not the challenges we face. It's how we choose to respond to them. Every setback, every disappointment, every obstacle, how we handle these moments will define our path forward. Blaming others for our problems is the easy way out. It's the path that lets us off the hook, that allows us to stay comfortable and avoid facing the truth. When we blame, we give away our power, We tell ourselves that we are victims of circumstances, that we are at the mercy of things outside of our control. But this is a lie. Blaming others or the world for your troubles is never going to change anything. It's not going to heal the hurt. It's not going to fix the brokenness. In fact, all it does is keep you stuck in a cycle of powerlessness. I know how easy it is to fall into the trap of blame. It feels good, right? It feels comforting to say, "It's not my fault. If only this person had done this differently. If only that hadn't happened. If only I had more time, more money, more support." It feels like you're giving yourself a break, like you're not the one to blame. But here's the hard truth. The longer you blame, the longer you remain a victim. The longer you allow others to control your story. And the longer you stay stuck in a place of frustration and dissatisfaction. When life hits hard, it's easy to want to find someone or something to point the finger at. But blaming doesn't change a single thing. In fact, it holds you back. It keeps you focused on what's wrong instead of what's possible. It keeps you focused on the past instead of what you can do right now to make things better. If you want to move forward, if you want to truly take control of your life, you need to stop blaming. You need to stop letting the past dictate your future and start owning your present. Taking control of your life doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have all the answers. It just means taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your mindset. It means acknowledging where you are right now and deciding that you're not going to stay stuck in the past or let anything or anyone dictate your future. It means looking at the situation, however difficult it may be, and saying, "I am in control of how I respond to this." This is where the real power lies. The power is not in your circumstances, it's in your response to them. The power is not in the things that happen to you, it's in how you choose to handle them. Life is not about what happens to you, but what you do with what happens to you. The greatest victories are won in the mind, long before they are ever achieved in the world. When you take control, you stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect person. You stop waiting for things to change before you take action. You start right where you are, with what you have. You take responsibility for your future. You stop letting the fear of the unknown hold you back, and you start making decisions that align with the person you want to become, the life you want to create. It's not easy. In fact, it's incredibly difficult at times. But I can promise you this, taking control of your life will give you a sense of freedom that you can't get anywhere else. It's a freedom that comes from knowing you're not waiting for anyone else to give you permission. You don't need anyone else to approve of you or your decisions. You just need to start. It's in those first steps, those small actions that seem insignificant at the time, that real change begins. You might not see it immediately, but you're building momentum, and momentum is everything. Taking control is not about doing it all at once. It's not about making giant leaps or trying to fix everything in a single day. It's about making small intentional choices every day. It's about waking up every morning and choosing to take control, even when it feels like the world is trying to knock you down. It's about taking one step forward, even when you're unsure of what's next. Every time you take responsibility for your life, you take back your power. You stop being a passenger in your own journey and start being the driver. You stop waiting for someone else to make things right and start creating the life you want. And when you do that, you will start to see the possibilities open up before you. You will start to see the things you thought were impossible becoming real. Stop letting life pass you by. Stop waiting for someone else to make it better for you. Stop giving away your power. Start taking responsibility. Start taking control and start creating the life you want. It's time to stop blaming and start living. The power is in your hands. Chapter 3. Your response is everything. Choosing to rise after falling. It doesn't matter how many times life knocks you down. What matters is whether you choose to get back up. Life is full of challenges, setbacks and struggles. These things are inevitable. The real question is how you choose to respond to them. Are you going to let those moments define you, or are you going to rise above them? The choice is always yours, and it's a choice that you can make every single day. The moment you decide that you will no longer let life's difficulties control your fate is the moment you start taking your power back. You have to understand that how you respond to life's toughest moments is everything. It's not about avoiding pain or hardship. It's about how you choose to face them when they come. Every single person on this planet will face adversity, and it will look different for each of us. Maybe it's a failure in your career, the loss of someone close to you, or the crushing weight of disappointment. Whatever it is, the question isn't what happened. The question is, what are you going to do about it? When life breaks you, it doesn't mean it's the end. It means you have an opportunity to rebuild. You have the power to decide who you become on the other side of your struggles. What you do after you fall is what defines you. It's easy to stay down when things go wrong. It's easy to throw in the towel and tell yourself that it's just too hard. But that's not how greatness is built. Greatness is built in the moments when you think about quitting, but you keep going. When the world tells you no, but you say yes. When every ounce of you wants to give up, but you refuse to let this moment be the one that defeats you. Think about it for a second. Look at any person you admire, any person who has achieved something great. They didn't get there because they were perfect, or because everything in their life was easy. They got there because they refused to let their failures define them. They refused to let their setbacks keep them down. They got back up every single time. And so can you. Every time you face adversity, you have the chance to make the decision to rise, to keep going, to become stronger and better than you were before. The truth is, we all have this incredible ability to bounce back. It's in all of us. But it takes work. It takes intention. It takes a decision to refuse to stay down, even when the world feels like it's caving in. When life breaks you, don't let it be the end of your story. Let it be the beginning of a new chapter. Let it be the moment you choose to rise higher than you've ever been before. This is where your true power lies. The power to choose, the power to decide what you want your response to be when life throws challenges your way. Will you be a victim of your circumstances, or will you be a creator of your reality? It's all in your hands. This is not about avoiding pain. This is not about pretending that everything is always going to be okay. It's about acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the struggle, and then deciding to keep moving forward in spite of it. When you feel like you've hit rock bottom, remember that you are not stuck there. Rock bottom is simply the foundation you build from. It's the moment where you can decide to create a new path, a new direction. It's the moment you choose to rise from the ashes of your past and move towards something better. But it starts with a decision to rise, a decision to refuse to let life's toughest moments define you. In those moments of doubt, when you feel like everything is falling apart, remember that you have the ability to rise. You have the strength inside of you to overcome anything life throws your way. It's not always going to be easy, but nothing worth achieving ever is. The moments when you feel like giving up are the moments that will shape your future the most. These are the moments that will determine who you become. And when you choose to rise, to keep going, to fight for what you want, you will come out stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Every time you pick yourself up after a fall, you become more than just the person you were before. You become someone who knows that no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to face it. You become someone who knows that every setback is just a setup for something greater, and that mindset, that unshakable belief in your ability to rise, will carry you through even the toughest of times. So the next time life breaks you, remember this: you have the power to get back up. You have the ability to choose your response, to decide how you want to move forward. Don't let your circumstances define you. Don't let your struggles hold you back. Rise up, keep going. Become the person who doesn't quit, no matter what. Because when you do, you will not only overcome the obstacles in front of you, but you will also become the person you were always meant to be. The world needs that person, and you need that person too. The moment you decide to rise is the moment everything changes. So stand tall, rise above, and keep moving forward. This is just the beginning. Chapter 4. Stop waiting for perfect and take action now. You've got one life to live, one chance to make it count, and yet so many people waste time waiting for the perfect moment to take action. Let me tell you this: perfection will never come. Waiting for the right time is just another way of avoiding the work that needs to be done. It's a lie we tell ourselves to delay taking that first step toward change. But here's the truth: if you don't act now, you'll end up right where you are today, stuck in the same place, feeling the same frustration. So the only real question is, are you going to keep waiting, or are you going to take action now? I know it sounds too simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do, taking action. We sit there, thinking about all the things we want to accomplish, but we don't take that first step. We overthink. We doubt ourselves. We fear failure. But here's the thing: every successful person you admire, every person who has achieved something incredible, they got there not because they waited for the perfect moment, but because they took action when others were hesitating. They started when things weren't perfect. They started when they didn't have all the answers. They took that first step when they were scared too. And that's why they made it. I want you to understand this today: the perfect moment is a myth. It's a fantasy. Life doesn't wait for things to be perfect before you start. Life happens now, and your success depends on your ability to take action right now, not when things line up in some picture-perfect way. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how everything will unfold, and you certainly don't need to wait for the world to give you a sign that it's time. Life isn't about waiting for the stars to align. It's about deciding that you're going to make it happen, no matter what. It's about being okay with imperfection, being okay with starting where you are, and using what you've got. You have everything you need to begin right now. The longer you wait, the longer you delay your growth. And every day that goes by without action is a missed opportunity to become the person you were meant to be. You've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got ideas, but none of that matters if you don't take action. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll always be waiting. You'll wait for everything to be in place, for all the fears to go away, for every detail to be sorted. But guess what? That day will never come. And by the time you realize it, years could pass, and you'll look back and wonder, why didn't I start sooner? I'm telling you now, don't let that be your story. Don't be the person who looks back and regrets not taking action when they had the chance. When you take action, even in the midst of uncertainty, something magical happens. you begin to build momentum. You start learning. You start making progress, even if it's small at first. And with each step you take, the path becomes clearer. You begin to see opportunities that you never noticed before. The more you act, the more confidence you build. And before you know it, the small actions you took lead to bigger breakthroughs. But none of that can happen if you're not willing to take that first step, that small action that feels uncomfortable but necessary. There's power in action. There's power in doing. It doesn't matter if it's messy or imperfect. It doesn't matter if you're not sure of every detail. What matters is that you start, and you keep moving forward. Every action you take gets you closer to where you want to be. Every step you take gets you closer to the life you want to create. Every single day that you decide to act, you are one step ahead of the person who's still waiting for things to be just right. Think about it this way. When you take action, you stop being a spectator in your own life. You stop watching from the sidelines and start participating in the game. You stop being a dreamer and start being a doer. You stop being someone who wishes for things to happen and start being someone who makes things happen. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. The difference is action. Those who succeed aren't afraid to fail because they know that failure is just a part of the process. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's the lessons we learn from failure that make us better. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fall, but do be afraid of doing nothing, because doing nothing guarantees that you'll stay stuck right where you are. You don't need permission. You don't need a guarantee of success. You just need to take action, one step at a time. The perfect moment doesn't exist, and that's a blessing because it means you don't have to wait for some miraculous sign. All you need is the courage to start. The courage to say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to start anyway. I'm going to trust that the answers will come as I take action. And trust me, they will. The more you act, the more you learn. The more you move, the more the path ahead becomes clear. This is the moment, right here, right now. You have the power to change your life. But it starts with a decision to stop waiting. The longer you wait, the longer it will take to get where you want to go. But if you take action today, you'll be that much closer to your dreams tomorrow. The time to start is now, not later. There's no better time than today to take that first step, to make that first move, to begin building the life you've always wanted. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for everything to line up. Don't wait for fear to disappear. Instead, take action right now. Even if it's a small step, it's a step toward your future. And that's what matters. Your future is waiting for you, and it's up to you to take action and step into it. The choice is yours. Chapter 5. Why self-care isn't optional. It's essential. When life hits hard, when it feels like everything around you is falling apart, the last thing you might think of doing is taking care of yourself. You might think there's no time for self-care, no energy to put into it, or that it's selfish to focus on yourself when the world feels like it's crashing down. But here's something I want you to understand. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not about taking a bubble bath or getting a massage, though those things are nice, of course. Self-care is about making sure you have the strength to face whatever life throws at you. It's about preserving your mental, emotional, and physical health so that you can show up for yourself and others when it counts the most. Let me tell you something. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. We live in a world that often demands more of us than we have to give. There's always someone asking for more time, more energy, more attention. And when we give without replenishing ourselves, we run dry. We burn out. we lose our spark. We start to feel like we have nothing left to give, and that's when we become vulnerable to the weight of everything around us. Self-care is not selfish, it's survival. If you want to weather the storms that life inevitably throws your way, you need to make sure you're strong enough to handle them. You can't pour from an empty cup. I've seen it happen over and over again. People who sacrifice their well-being in the name of work, family, or other obligations. And while those things are important, you cannot give your best to them if you're not giving your best to yourself first. It's like trying to drive a car that's running on empty. At some point you're going to stall. And when you stall, you won't be able to go anywhere. But when you fuel up, when you take the time to rest, to recharge, to nurture yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, everything in your life runs smoother. You show up as the best version of yourself, ready to tackle the world head-on. I know, it's easy to think that you don't deserve rest, especially when there are so many things demanding your attention. But here's the truth: if you don't take time for yourself, you're not just doing yourself a disservice, you're doing everyone around you a disservice. You're robbing them of the best version of you. You're shortchanging yourself and your loved ones by not taking the necessary steps to stay healthy, grounded, and energized. You might think that pushing through the exhaustion is the right thing to do, that the grind is what will get you ahead. But that's a lie. The grind doesn't work if you're running on empty. It only works when you're at your best, when you're rested, when you're mentally sharp, when you have the energy to put in the work and the resilience to keep going. The thing is, self-care isn't just about the big moments when life breaks you down. It's about the small, everyday moments that keep you afloat. It's about the things you do daily to keep your mind clear, your heart open, and your body strong. It's about setting boundaries so that you don't overextend yourself. It's about taking the time to breathe, to pause, and to reflect. I know it can feel overwhelming to think about adding self-care into your already full schedule, but I promise you, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take hours. It's the little things, the simple habits that add up over time to make a huge difference in how you show up in your life. When was the last time you did something for yourself? Not for anyone else, but for you. I'm not talking about a big vacation or a weekend retreat, though of course, those are great. I'm talking about the small, everyday acts of care that you can start doing right now. Taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply, to clear your mind, to reset. Going for a walk outside to get some fresh air and move your body. Taking a few moments before bed to reflect on your day, to be grateful for what you've accomplished, and to set your intentions for tomorrow. These small moments of self-care can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional state, especially when life feels like it's testing you. It's easy to overlook self-care when you're dealing with everything life throws at you. When things go wrong, when your world feels out of control, it can feel like the last thing you should focus on is yourself. But let me tell you this: taking care of yourself isn't just for when things are going well, it's especially for when things aren't going well. It's the foundation that keeps you standing strong when everything around you is crumbling. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when life feels like a storm. Without self-care, you risk losing yourself in the chaos, forgetting who you are and what you're capable of. So, what does self-care look like in practice? It looks like saying no when you're overwhelmed. It looks like taking a step back when you need to rest. It looks like asking for help when you need it, even if it's just for someone to listen. It's about making your well-being a priority, even when the world is asking for more from you. Self-care is about taking the time to recharge so that you can come back stronger, more focused, and more ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. I know it's not easy. I know there are pressures, deadlines, responsibilities that are constantly pulling at you. But let me ask you this. What's the point of working so hard if you don't have the strength and energy to enjoy the fruits of your labor? What's the point of pushing through every day without taking the time to rest, to refuel, and to rejuvenate? Life isn't about constantly going. Life is about balance. It's about knowing when to push yourself and when to pull back and take care of what matters most, yourself. If you want to keep going through life without burning out, you have to make self-care a priority. It's not optional, it's essential. And the best part is, when you take care of yourself, everything else falls into place. You'll have the energy to do the work, the patience to deal with the challenges, and the resilience to bounce back when life tries to break you. When you take care of yourself, you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared to handle whatever comes your way. So no matter what you're going through right now, remember this: you are your most valuable asset. Take care of yourself. Make your well-being a priority. And from that place of strength, everything else in your life will grow and flourish. Don't wait until you're completely drained. Start today. Take the time for yourself and watch how everything changes. Chapter 6. Overcoming Self-Doubt. The internal battle. You must win. Self-doubt can feel like a heavy weight that drags you down, a constant reminder that you're not enough, that you're not capable, that you don't deserve to succeed. It's an inner voice that whispers, "You'll never make it," or "Who are you to think you can do this?" It's relentless, sneaky, and often paralyzing. But here's the truth. Self-doubt doesn't have to control you. You don't have to let it dictate your life. The moment you realize that self-doubt is simply a thought, a feeling, and not a fact, you'll be able to shift the power back to you. And when you do that, you'll start to see just how much potential you've been sitting on. Think about it for a moment. Every time you face something new, something that feels beyond your current abilities, self-doubt creeps in. You start second-guessing yourself, questioning your choices, and wondering if you have what it takes. But here's what you have to remember. Doubt isn't a sign that you can't do something. It's just a sign that you're growing. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, self-doubt is going to show up. It's part of the process. It's part of becoming the person you need to be to handle bigger challenges, to do greater things. But what you do with that doubt, how you respond to it, is what determines your future. It's easy to believe that successful people don't have self-doubt. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Every person you look up to, every person who has achieved something great, has struggled with self-doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they deal with that self-doubt. Successful people don't eliminate doubt. They learn to work with it. They acknowledge it, but they don't let it control them. They feel the fear, but they take action anyway. They refuse to let a fleeting thought stop them from pursuing their dreams. You have to learn to do the same. When self-doubt comes knocking at your door, you don't have to answer it. You can acknowledge it, yes. But then you move on. You take action in spite of it. And as you do, you start to realize that self-doubt loses its grip on you. It starts to fade into the background as you build confidence with every step you take forward. The key here is action. Action is the antidote to self-doubt. When you take action, you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. You show yourself that you are capable of more than you think. And with every action you take, no matter how small, you build momentum that pushes the doubt further and further away. The real battle against self-doubt happens in your mind. It's the stories you tell yourself that either fuel your confidence or feed your fear. So ask yourself, what stories are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're destined to fail, that you'll never succeed? Or are you telling yourself that you're capable, that you have the skills, the determination, and the resilience to succeed? The stories you tell yourself are shaping your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not enough, you'll always feel like you're not enough. But if you start telling yourself that you are enough, that you have what it takes, you'll start to believe it. And once you believe it, your actions will follow suit. There's another layer to self-doubt that you need to address: comparison. In today's world, it's so easy to look around and compare yourself to others. You see people succeeding, living the life you want, and it's easy to think, why am I not there yet? But here's the thing, your journey is not their journey. Just because someone else is ahead of you doesn't mean you're falling behind. Everyone is on their own path, with their own set of challenges and obstacles. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. It's not helpful, it only feeds your self-doubt and makes you feel like you're not doing enough. The only comparison that matters is the one between where you are now and where you were yesterday. Are you moving forward? Are you improving? Are you getting better each day? That's what matters. You're going to have moments where you feel like you're not good enough, like you'll never measure up. But let me tell you this, those feelings are normal. Everyone feels them at some point. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to those feelings. You have a choice. You can either give in to self-doubt, let it control you, and stop taking action. Or you can acknowledge the doubt, push through it, and keep going. The choice is always yours. It's about making the decision to take action despite the fear. And as you take action, you'll start to see that the fear was never as big as it seemed. You'll realize that you were capable all along. I want you to understand that self-doubt doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you're pushing your limits, stepping into new territory, and growing. It's a sign that you're doing something right. So don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, use it as fuel to keep moving forward. When you do, you'll see how much power you truly have. You'll realize that the only thing standing between you and your goals is the belief that you can achieve them. And when you change that belief, everything else starts to change. Your actions, your mindset, and your results will all shift in your favor. If you want to overcome self-doubt, you need to start believing in yourself. It's that simple. But I know it's not always easy. So start small. Take one step forward, even if it feels uncomfortable. Do it anyway. And when you do, you'll prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And with every step, you'll build more confidence, and the self-doubt will start to fade. It might not disappear completely, but that's okay. It doesn't need to. What matters is that you don't let it control you anymore. You are in charge now. And with that kind of mindset, there's nothing you can't do. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in yourself, and the rest will follow. Chapter 7. The Power of Small Wins, How to Build Momentum After a Setback. You are not broken. You might feel shattered, like your world is crumbling around you, but this is the moment that you begin to rebuild. Every setback, every failure, every heartbreak, these aren't the end of your story. These are just the lessons, the tests that are shaping you into someone stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you ever thought possible. We all face moments where everything seems to fall apart. It's easy to get caught in the emotions of the moment and feel like there's no way out. But the truth is, this is where the real work begins. This is the moment where you can either stay down, letting the weight of your struggles crush you, or you can rise, stronger than you were before. The power to turn your life around lies not in what happens to you, but in how you respond to it. When life knocks you down, and it will, you have a choice. You can stay down, or you can get back up. And the choice you make will define the direction your life takes from that moment on. It's not about avoiding failure or challenges. It's about learning to navigate them and using those experiences as stepping stones to greater things. No one is immune to hardship. Everyone faces it. But how we handle it is what separates those who stay stuck from those who move forward and achieve their dreams. When you're in the middle of a storm, it can feel like it will never end. The pain, the frustration, the confusion, everything seems so overwhelming. But remember, storms pass. Every difficult moment in life is temporary. What matters is how you use that time. Are you letting it destroy you, or are you letting it build you? The key to moving forward is learning to make small progress, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. That's how momentum starts. One small step at a time. Every small victory, every little moment where you push through the pain, gets you closer to where you want to be. Building momentum is one of the most powerful things you can do in the face of adversity. It's easy to look at a big challenge or setback and feel overwhelmed by the size of it. But here's the thing, you don't have to fix everything all at once. You just need to focus on taking one step forward. Just one. You'd be amazed at how much progress you can make by focusing on the next small step and the next and the next. It's the small wins that accumulate over time and lead to big breakthroughs. The more you build that momentum, the stronger you become and the more confidence you'll have to tackle even bigger challenges. Small wins aren't just about accomplishing tasks, they're about shifting your mindset. Each time you push through a difficult moment, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Each time you overcome doubt or fear, you're strengthening your belief in yourself. And as you build that belief, you start to see the world differently. You start to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow. You begin to understand that setbacks are just part of the process. They don't define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. One of the most important things you can do when life breaks you is to stop looking at everything as a failure. Failure isn't the end. It's not a reflection of who you are or your potential. Failure is simply a step in the process of success. Every time you fail, you learn. You learn what works and what doesn't. You learn what you're capable of and what you still need to work on. The key is not to let failure hold you back. When you fail, get up, learn from it, and try again. Every time you try, you're one step closer to success. It's also important to understand that you don't have to do this alone. There's no shame in asking for help. In fact, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is lean on others when you're struggling. There are people in your life, family, friends, mentors, who want to see you succeed. Don't be afraid to reach out to them. Allow them to support you and guide you when things get tough. Sometimes, just having someone to talk to, someone who believes in you, can make all the difference. We all need a support system. We all need people who will help us pick up the pieces when life breaks us. And if you don't have that support yet, go out and build it. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up and push you to be better. But here's the truth. No one is going to do the work for you. It's up to you to decide how you're going to respond when life breaks you. It's up to you to take that first step toward healing, to decide that you're not going to let the pain define you. The power is in your hands. It's easy to feel sorry for yourself when things aren't going your way, but that's not going to help you move forward. The only way out of the storm is through it. You have to keep moving, even when it feels like you're stuck. The only way to rebuild your life is to start by taking action, one small step at a time. And with each step, you'll begin to see that the storm is passing, the sun is coming out, and you're stronger than you ever were before. It's time to stop letting life break you. Instead, let life shape you. Let every setback be a lesson, every failure a stepping stone, every hardship a chance to grow. The moments when you feel broken are the very moments that make you who you are. The key to moving forward is understanding that this is all part of the journey. Embrace it, own it, and remember, the best chapters of your life are still ahead of you. You've made it this far. You've survived every tough moment in your life up until now, and you will continue to survive and thrive. Keep moving forward because you're unstoppable. Your story is far from over. The best is yet to come. Chapter 8. Rewriting Your Story. How to break free from the past. You're standing at a crossroads right now. You might not realize it, but every moment in your life, especially the tough ones, gives you the opportunity to rewrite your story. Every painful experience, every mistake, and every challenge that life has thrown at you doesn't have to define who you are. What defines you is how you choose to move forward from this point. The power to break free from your past is in your hands, and the moment you decide to take control of your narrative is the moment your life begins to change. What's behind you, those past failures, those past mistakes, and the things you wish you could erase, doesn't have to have any power over your future. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down, hurt, or failed. Your past is just that, the past. It has no hold over you unless you allow it to. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that what's happened in your life up until now is somehow a reflection of your worth. But it's not. Your past is just a series of events that have led you to this moment. It doesn't define who you are, and it certainly doesn't determine where you're going. It's time to stop being a prisoner of your past. It's time to stop letting the mistakes, the heartbreaks, and the failures that happened years ago control your future. It's not easy to let go of things, especially when you've been holding on to them for so long. But holding on to old wounds, past regrets, or things you can't change only keeps you stuck. You don't need to drag all that baggage with you anymore. You don't need to be tied down by the things that didn't go your way. When you choose to release that weight, you free yourself to move forward and create the life you deserve. The truth is, the past is full of lessons, not labels. It's so easy to look back and see your failures as proof that you can't succeed, but that's the wrong lens to look through. Every mistake you've made is simply a lesson you needed to learn, and each lesson is a building block, shaping the person you're becoming. Every time you fell, you learned something about yourself. You learned where you needed to grow. You learned what didn't work, so you could find what does. Don't think of your past as a chain that keeps you tied down. Think of it as a classroom, full of knowledge that you can take with you into the future. To rewrite your story, you have to change the way you see yourself. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not the product of your past failures. You are a person with infinite potential and the ability to grow and evolve. You are not defined by the things that have happened to you, but by how you choose to rise above them. It's easy to play the victim, to let your past dictate your future, but that's not the life you were meant to live. You were meant to thrive, to grow, to build something new out of the ashes of what was. It's time to create a new narrative, one where you take responsibility for your life, where you accept that everything that's happened up until now has been part of the journey, but it's not the end. You have the power to write the next chapter. Your future is unwritten, and the pen is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Will you continue to focus on the things that went wrong, or will you shift your focus to what's still possible? Will you allow your past mistakes to hold you back, or will you use them as the fuel to propel you forward? When you make the decision to rewrite your story, you're not erasing the past, but you're choosing to stop living in it. The past doesn't have to be a prison. It doesn't have to be the thing that holds you back. The moment you decide that the mistakes, the failures, and the things you regret are just parts of your journey, you free yourself. You open yourself up to new possibilities, new experiences, and new opportunities. You give yourself permission to be who you are, not who you once were. One of the most powerful things you can do to rewrite your story is to change the way you speak to yourself. Your inner dialogue has a huge impact on the way you see the world and the way you see yourself. If you keep telling yourself that you're stuck, that you're a failure, or that you'll never be good enough, then that's exactly what you'll believe. But if you start to speak to yourself with compassion, with kindness, and with the belief that you are capable of anything, then you'll begin to see the world through a different lens. You'll start to believe that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. It's important to recognize that the story you've been telling yourself up until now may not be the story you want to continue living. It may be filled with doubt, with negativity, and with the belief that you're not enough. But that's not the whole story. That's just one chapter. You have the power to change the next chapter. You have the power to choose how you move forward. The first step to rewriting your story is understanding that you are in control. You are the author of your life, and you get to decide what comes next. If you've been living in the shadow of your past, it's time to step into the light. It's time to embrace the person you are becoming, not the person you once were. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. The strength, resilience, and wisdom you've gained through your struggles are the things that will help you move forward. The key is not to let the past hold you hostage, but to use it as the foundation on which you build your future. Remember, the past is a chapter in your life, not the whole story. You can choose to turn the page and create something new. You can choose to let go of the old story and start writing a new one. Your story is not over, it's just beginning. So take the pen and start writing. The future is waiting for you, and it's going to be better than anything you've imagined. Keep moving forward, keep believing, and keep rewriting your story, one step at a time. Chapter 9. The importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. You are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. They shape your thoughts, influence your actions, and directly affect the direction your life is heading. You can't expect to grow, rise, and succeed if you're surrounded by people who bring you down, doubt your potential, or hold you back from achieving your best self. Success, happiness, and fulfillment are not individual pursuits, and who you keep around you plays a major role in whether you rise or fall in life. Now, you might think you can go it alone, or that your journey to success is about what you can do in isolation. But the truth is, nothing meaningful is ever built alone. Think about it for a moment. Every breakthrough, every success story, every major life change happens with the support, encouragement, or even challenge of other people. And here's something you need to understand. Those people can either be the wind beneath your wings, lifting you higher, or the weight around your ankles, holding you down. You get to choose. It's easy to overlook the influence others have on your life, especially when you're in the thick of it. You may be comfortable with your circle, sticking with the people who've always been around, But comfort can be a dangerous thing. It's easy to surround yourself with people who are comfortable, people who may even think like you, act like you, or share similar struggles. But the truth is, you need people in your life who challenge you, who push you beyond your comfort zone, who help you see the world in a different light. Think about the last time you felt truly inspired or motivated to take action. It was probably because someone around you saw something in you that you didn't even see in yourself. Maybe they encouraged you to keep going when you wanted to quit. Maybe they pushed you to step up in a way you never thought possible. The right people, the ones who really have your best interests at heart, will inspire you to be the best version of yourself. They will pull you up when you feel like you can't go any further. And when you look around, they'll be the ones celebrating your victories with you because they genuinely want to see you succeed. It's important to remember that this isn't just about surrounding yourself with positive people. It's about surrounding yourself with people who add value to your life in meaningful ways. These are the people who share your values, who lift you when you fall, who hold you accountable, and who challenge you to grow. Not every relationship needs to be a friendship, but the ones that matter are the ones that contribute to your growth. Think about the people you spend the most time with. Do they inspire you to become better? Do they challenge you to think differently, or do they feed into the limitations you've placed on yourself? If the people around you aren't supporting you, encouraging you, or helping you rise, it's time to take a step back and evaluate whether they should still have a place in your life. Sometimes, love and loyalty can blind us to the reality that certain people are holding us back. Sometimes, it's not about cutting people out of your life entirely, but knowing that your time and energy deserve to be invested in those who can help you grow. A key part of growth is the willingness to evaluate the relationships around you. Be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, are the people in my life lifting me or limiting me? If your circle is filled with people who constantly criticize, belittle, or hold you back, it's time for a change. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut ties with everyone who's not always supportive of your every move, but you do need to start setting boundaries. You need to protect your energy and your dreams from those who don't believe in you or encourage you to be better. Your growth, your dreams, and your future deserve to be nurtured by those who truly care about your success. You may be thinking, but I've known these people forever. I understand that. It's tough to change relationships, especially when they've been a part of your life for so long. But it's even tougher to stay stagnant in relationships that drag you down, limit your potential, or feed you negativity. When you continue to surround yourself with people who don't support your growth, you begin to settle. You start to accept less than what you deserve, and that's not the life you want. You deserve more. You deserve the people who will push you to be better every single day, who will help you build the life you're capable of living. The key here is to be selective. Not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. Some people come in to teach you lessons, others to walk with you for a season, and then there are those who are meant to stay and support you through every phase. Understand that not all relationships are meant to last forever, and that's okay. It's more important to invest your time in those relationships that will fuel your growth, support your vision, and help you rise to the person you were always meant to be. When you're around people who inspire, support, and challenge you, you begin to take on their energy. You start thinking bigger, acting bolder, and achieving more. And when you achieve more, they will cheer you on, because that's what the right people do. One of the most powerful ways to evaluate the people in your life is to ask yourself, do I feel inspired and motivated after spending time with them, or do I feel drained and less confident? If your energy is drained after being around someone, it's a sign that their influence on you is negative. If you're feeling discouraged or held back after a conversation, then it's time to reconsider that relationship. You deserve to be around people who inspire you to take action, who push you to be better, and who remind you of your worth and potential. But it's not just about getting rid of toxic relationships. It's about actively seeking out those who will help you grow. It's about intentionally surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to be your best self. The right people are the ones who won't just cheer you on from the sidelines. They'll step into the arena with you. They will celebrate your victories and help you navigate your losses. They will be the ones who remind you that failure is simply a stepping stone on the way to success, and they'll help you get back up when you fall. In the end, who you choose to spend your time with will determine how far you go in life. If you want to grow, you have to surround yourself with people who encourage you to grow. If you want to succeed, you need to find people who will challenge you to reach new heights. If you want to live a life full of purpose and meaning, you need to surround yourself with people who share your vision and support your dreams. It's not just about finding the right people, it's about becoming the right person who attracts the right people into your life. Build the right relationships, and watch your life transform into something bigger and better than you ever imagined. Chapter 10. The skill you must master for life's challenges. You are more than capable of achieving everything you desire in life, and the only thing standing between you and your dream is the choices you make each day. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment to arrive. It's not about circumstances being ideal or everything aligning just right. It's about the daily decisions that you make, the small ones and the big ones. It's about choosing to take action, even when it feels difficult, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Your future is not determined by the moments that happen to you, but by how you choose to show up in those moments. The life you're living right now is the result of all the choices you've made so far, and it's never too late to change direction. This is where many people get it wrong. They wait for the perfect time to start. They wait until they feel motivated, or until they think they have everything figured out. But the truth is, the perfect moment will never come. If you're waiting for motivation to hit, it may never come, because motivation isn't something that just falls into your lap. It's something you create through action. The only way to start is by making the choice to do it now, not tomorrow, not next week. You have everything you need to begin, and you don't need to wait for permission from anyone. Take a moment and think about where you are in life right now. Are you where you want to be? Are you proud of where you're at, or do you feel like you could be doing more? If you're not where you want to be, then it's time to get clear on what you want and make a decision to take the necessary steps to get there. The decisions you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. You might not be able to change everything all at once, but by making the choice to take one step forward, you can start building the momentum you need to move in the right direction. Success is never a straight line. It's a winding road full of twists and turns, moments of doubt, and moments of clarity. It's easy to look at someone who has already achieved success and think that their journey was simple or easy, but the truth is, their success was built on countless decisions, countless small actions taken over time. They didn't wake up one day and magically find success. It was a result of their consistent effort, their daily choices, and their unwillingness to quit when things got tough. You have the same potential within you. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the decision to keep going, no matter what obstacles come your way. The power of choice is what sets you apart from everyone else. While others might wait for the perfect opportunity, you have the power to create that opportunity for yourself. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you it's your time. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now. The only thing that can stop you is the decision to stop yourself. It's your choice whether you're going to keep pushing, keep striving, and keep moving forward, or whether you're going to stay where you are, stuck in the same place. What makes the difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't talent, it's consistency. It's the ability to choose to show up, even when it feels hard, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. The people who succeed are the ones who choose to keep going. They choose to make progress, no matter how small it is, and they trust that the results will come. They understand that every step forward counts, and that each decision they make brings them closer to their ultimate goal. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one step forward today, and then another tomorrow. Another key aspect to understand is that the decisions you make today affect not only your future, but the future of those around you. The people you influence, the way you inspire others, it all starts with your choices. When you make the decision to pursue your goals with everything you've got, you not only create a better future for yourself, but you also become a beacon of inspiration for others. Your actions serve as a reminder that it's never too late to make a change, to take control of your life, and to pursue your dreams. The more you step into your power and make bold choices, the more you inspire those around you to do the same. Your choices have a ripple effect, reaching far beyond just you. Success doesn't require some grand gesture or overnight change. It's about the quiet, consistent decisions made every single day. It's about waking up every morning and choosing to be the best version of yourself. It's about making the decision to prioritize what matters most, whether it's your health, your career, or your relationships. It's about choosing to invest in yourself, even when the world around you doesn't seem to understand. The most successful people didn't get there by accident. They got there because they made the decision to start and never looked back. They didn't wait for the world to change. They changed their world by making decisions aligned with their vision, their purpose, and their passion. The power of choice is something you can harness right now. Today, in this very moment, you have the power to make a decision that will change the course of your life. You may not see the immediate results, but trust that every decision you make is taking you one step closer to your dream. Even when the results aren't immediate, every action you take matters. It's like planting seeds. You may not see the fruits of your labor right away, but if you keep watering those seeds with effort, persistence, and belief, they will grow into something beautiful. Your decisions don't have to be perfect. The key is to start. You don't need to have the whole plan mapped out. You just need to take that first step. Every decision you make builds on the one before it, and soon those small choices will compound into something bigger than you ever imagined. The journey to success is built on those seemingly insignificant daily decisions, but over time,